Okay, good morning, good afternoon, all of you. Yes, just now I have told the previous topic about the part of investment. We have already discussed about the fixed investment and the significance, and we are up to the next topic, and the next part of the investment, that is the inventory investment. So, as you all know, the word inventory refers to the unsold output or the left out stock. Basically, uh, the unsold output or the left out stock, which is also known as inventory, is divided into three parts. Inventory comprises of three things. The first classification of inventory is, it refers to the unsold output, that is the final output that are ready for the sale but is not even been sold. Number two is the semi-finished output, which are not yet ready for the sale for the final consumption. And the third one is raw materials. Coming to a story, what we have discussed in the last day in school was the samosa shopkeeper. Now consider me as a samosa shopkeeper. If I produce samosas and if I want to sell that in the market, and if the situation goes on as a present situation as a curfew, then automatically it was not known to me that there would be a curfew decision taken by the government. So I bought huge amount of raw materials. Potatoes I brought, spices I brought huge amount of flour to produce that particular, even the oil to produce that particular samosa. So these were all the raw materials that I have already bought in the market, that I have already bought in my shop. So as I have already bought that from the market, they are the raw materials. That is a part of inventory investment. Now, it was completely unknown to me that the government would be declaring the curfew. Now, as the government would be declaring curfew was not known to me, that's why I had already produced that food stuff that was to be prepared, that we put inside the samosa. So that particular potato stuff that we already have created, that we have already been made, are not ready for the final consumption, and even is not considered as a raw material. So they are not even the raw materials, neither they are the finished output. So they are something in between. They are the semi-finished output. So these were already been made by me. And even out of that semi-finished output, I have used some of the semi-finished output, that is some foodstuffs. And after producing those particular semi-finished output, those foodstuffs, I had put that inside the samosa, and I have already created many of the samosas. But I was unfortunate. That's because those samosas were ready for the sale. I had already produced 100 samosas, but was incapable in selling them, as because the government had declared curfew. That's why those 100 number of samosas, which are the final product, have already been made, are not yet sold. Those particular curry or that particular food stuff that I have already made, that is to be put inside the samosa, are the semi-finished output that was also made but is not in use. And the last one is the raw materials that I have already bought from the market, as because it was completely unknown that the government will be declaring curfew. These three things are a part of inventory investment. Now, coming to the next part of the discussion, inventory investment significance. What is the significance of having inventory investment? Acha, suppose now is a curfew going on in the economy. Now, if I would be having much more amount of inventory, then it would have been easier for me to avoid going outside. If I am having huge amount of raw materials already in my kitchen, then there would have been uninterrupted supply of raw materials, uninterrupted supply of food grains, uninterrupted supply of different type of dishes. So if you are having huge amount of inventory investment, so the first significance is the producer is having uninterrupted supply of raw materials. Number two is, suppose if the producer is having huge amount of raw materials already within him, then the ongoing market fluctuation that is nowadays going in the market, and the producers are charging a huge price on the basic items, these uninterrupted fluctuation in the price can also be avoided. The second significance. And the third is, if you are having huge amount of output, then you can preserve and conserve them, as because they would be necessary for the production of output in the future, and if you get some lucrative price, it would be helpful for you to sell them at that particular time. So we got the three significance of inventory investment, even we got the three classification of inventory investment. So thank you once again. Before criticizing this particular topic, before criticizing the video, before criticizing the sound effect, please do love economics. Hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you.